Hey, do you have any phobia in learning maths? Yes, this is the right place in front of you, School Coaching Point. So here I am going to teach you maths in a very systematic way. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe it and hit the bell icon for the notification. Now let's move to the topic. Hello everyone, welcome back to School Coaching Point. So in this video, we will discuss one important questions from exercise 6.1, application of derivative ML Agarwal. So here is the question, solve. So this is the inequality, so we have to find the value of x. So first of all, we consider the given inequality. Suppose this portion we consider as a fx. Suppose fx equals to x minus 2, x minus 5, x plus 3. So first of all, we should find out the critical point. Critical point means the point at which the value of the function becomes 0. So critical point means the values of x. At that particular values of x, the value of the function should be equals to 0. So this is known as the critical point. So how can you find out the critical point? So whatever the fx we are assuming, so you just make it equals to 0. So suppose fx is equals to 0, we are assuming. So this is the given function. So these are the factors. So x minus 2, x minus 5, x plus 3. So all are given in factors is equals to 0. So from this line, can you write x equal to 0? X minus 2 equal to 0, it means x equal to 2. X minus 5 is equals to 0 means x equals to 5. X plus 3 equal to 0 means x equals to minus 3. So this is the first step we should do. After finding the critical points, so these are the critical points. So why these are the critical points? Because at this particular values of x, the value of the function is 0. So these are the critical points. So this is the step number 1. So in step number 2, what to do? We should mark the points. So whatever the points we are getting, we should mark on the number line. So this is the negative number. So you just mark it minus 3, then 0, then 2, then 5. So it's minus 3, 0, 2 and 5. So after marking the points on the number line, so here we can see that these 4 numbers divide the number line. How many disjoint interval? This is the first interval. This is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, and this is the fifth. That means we will get 5 disjoint intervals. So after marking the point on the number line, so we will get 5 disjoint intervals. So what are the interval? So from here 5 to infinity, 5 to plus infinity. That means in this interval we consider all the numbers which is greater than 5. So that's why we are representing as a 5 to infinity. Then next, in between 2 and 5, so open interval 2, 5. So why we are writing open interval? Because since 2 and 5 are the critical point, at this point the value of the function is 0. Okay, so we should exclude these 2 points. Okay, we should exclude the critical point. So that's why we are giving the open interval. Then next 0, 2 open interval, 0, 2 open interval. Then next minus 3, 0 open interval. Then next minus 3, we should write minus infinity, 3, because in minus infinity, minus 3, we should consider all the number which is less than minus 3. So these are the 5 disjoint intervals. So why disjoint? Because we will not get any common points in between this, among these 5 intervals. We will not get any common points. That's why these are known as the disjoint interval. Now in this 5 disjoint interval, we need to check in which interval the value of the function is positive, in which interval the value of the function is negative. Since in the given question it is greater than 0, that means we need to consider those interval in which the value of the function is positive. Now let's check one by one. So first of all, in 5, infinity, in this interval we consider all the numbers which is greater than 5. Now if we consider all the numbers which is greater than 5, that means suppose we consider 6. Okay, So 6 minus 2, it will be 4. It becomes positive. This portion is positive. 6 minus 5 plus 1, again positive. Then 6 plus 3 is 9, again positive. That means when we consider a number greater than 5, that means in this particular interval, suppose we consider 6, the given expression becomes positive. So we can write fx is what? Greater than 0. So in this interval, fx is what? Greater than 0. So once again, writing the number minus 3, then again after that it becomes 0, 2 and 5. So in this interval, the fx is what? Positive. Okay. Then next, let us check 2, 5. In 2, 5, we need to what? Consider any number in between 2 and 5 in this open interval. Suppose we consider 3. Suppose we consider 3. So x minus 2. So 3 minus 2, it will be what? Plus, positive. So here x is what? We consider 3. So it should be what? Plus. Then 3 minus 2, it will be what? Plus 1. Again plus. 3 minus 5, we get minus. 3 plus 3, we get 6. That means what? 1 minus sign. So your final answer should be what? In negative. That means in this particular interval, fx is what? Less than 0. Clear? You just take any number in between 2 and 5. So we consider 3. So while you consider 3, we have seen that this x minus 5 factor, it becomes what? 3 minus 5, it becomes minus 2. We get a minus sign here, 1 minus sign. So other sign are what? Positive. Other sign are what? Positive. So we get 1 minus sign. That means the final answer should be what? In negative. That means fx is was less than 0 in this particular interval. Next, let us check 0, 2. Again, take any number in between 0 and 2. Let us take 1, suppose. So while you taking 1, so x is 1, positive. 1 minus 2, minus 1, negative. 1 minus 5. 1 minus 5, it becomes minus 4. Again negative. 1 plus 3, it becomes 4, positive. That means here we can see we get 2 negative sign. 2 negative sign. So 2 negative sign means finally it will be positive. That means the fx will be what? Greater than 0 in this particular interval, 0, 2 open interval. Then let us check the fourth one. So in minus 3, 0, minus 3, 0. So we should take any number in between minus 3, 0. So let us take minus 3, 0. Let us take, suppose it is minus 1. So once you're taking minus 1, it becomes minus sign for x. Minus 1 means minus 1, minus sign. Then minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, again the minus sign. Minus 1, minus 5, minus 6, again the minus 1. Minus 1 plus 3 plus 2, plus sign. That means we get 3 minus sign. So 3 minus sign. So since we're getting 3 minus sign, so final answer will be in minus. So fx will be what? Less than 0. The final interval, the last interval is what? Minus infinity, minus 3. So in this case, we should take any number which is what? Less than minus 3, which is less than minus 3. So let us take minus 5. So once you take minus 5 here, so we consider the sign, minus 5, minus 2. It becomes what? Minus 7, again minus 5, minus 10, again minus 5 plus 3, minus 2, again minus. That means in this case, we get 4 minus sign. So 4 minus sign means the final answer should be in plus. So fx should be greater than 0. That means in this interval, fx is what? Greater than this 0. Since the question is what? In this given inequality, this portion, that means fx is what? Greater than 0. So we should consider all those interval in which fx is greater than 0. That means in this interval fx is greater than 0, in this interval fx is greater than 0, and in this interval fx is greater than 0. So what should be the answer? So your final answer should be what? Minus infinity to minus 3 union, then 2, it becomes 0, 2, 0, 2 open interval, then 5, infinity. So minus infinity to minus 3 union 0, 2, then union 5 comma infinity. That means in this 3 interval the fx is what? Greater than 0. So since we have to take all these 3 interval, so we are taking the union. Union means combining the solution set.